Hey everybody. So Watachi again. You know what? I was watching a video. I get videos sent to me from uh, Brian at High Impact Videos, vlogs. He sends me stuff, email, or several different ways. But he sent me a video that it was talking about Biden before Biden was president. He was when he was vice president for Obama. And at that time, he was telling people, "Oh, you don't need a rifle. You don't need an AR-15. You don't need nothing like that to protect your house. All you need is a double-barreled shotgun." And there's a video of him. He's sitting there with somebody, and he's talking about how he's telling his wife, and they live out in the woods or whatever, and all you have to do is with this double-barreled shotgun is walk outside. If you hear something, just walk out there and blast both barrels out just blast both barrels, and it will keep anybody else from coming up to your house because they heard you had two barrels on a shotgun. This is how stupid they are. Now, this is the liberals. This ain't the Trump backers. This is the liberals, the Democrats. And I'll tell you what, Biden's kind of my hero on this, to be honest with you. It's kind of funny. I know you heard me say that, my hero. But see, what you guys don't understand is I am a firm believer in shotguns. No doubt about it. Well, Biden didn't tell you is, see, they make shotguns that hold 20, 30 round drums, 10 round magazine, 5 round magazine. And you can load them just as fast as you can load an AR-15. Now, there is a gun that is my favorite gun in the world. Now, they make a better Russian version of it that you can actually shoot two 12-gauge shotguns, one in each hand. And now this shotgun it's major expensive, and it is fully 100% automatic, and it's a Russian-made shotgun. I'm sure there's people in the United States that have them. I'm sure there's people that have them out illegally. But these things, you can shoot them one-handed, 3-inch Magnum 12-gauge shotgun shells, 1-ounce slugs, double-aught buck, whatever you want. One-handed, it has very little kick. But they also make another version of that sort of shotgun. It's not fully automatic, folks, but it's made by the same man in Russia that made the AK-47. And it's built exactly like an AK-47. It works exactly like an AK-47, except it don't shoot the, what are they? It's been so long since I've handled an AK-47, I can't remember. I'm thinking 365 or something. I don't know, people. It's been years since I've handled an AK-47. But now, it's called a Sega 12-gauge shotgun. And it's made by the man who designed the AK-47. And it's designed the exact same way, except it shoots 12-gauge shotgun shells instead of I think that was 308s basically is what the AK-47 shot. It's a big bullet. But the same guy designed the 12-gauge Sega shotgun. Now, mine has, I got two 20-round drums, a 10-round magazine, and a 5-round magazine. So I can throw 55 rounds, hollow point rifle, deer slugs, and I switch it back and forth every other one's double-I buck. I run 3-inch magnums because you can't run them little short, little brass bullshit 12 gauge. They won't even run through this gun. You got to have the big brass, lots of gunpowder behind it. Now, let me tell you something, folks. This shotgun, it shoots at, let me, if I can remember them correctly, let me try to get it in my mind here to see it. 1,360 feet per second. A 1 ounce hollow pointed rifle deer slug. 1,340 feet per second. Magnums. Now, this Magnum puts out 3,105 foot-pounds of force. 3,105 foot-pounds of force. Now, let me tell you, even if you had a bulletproof vest on, and it stops the bullet from going through your chest cavity, how much force do you think you're going to fly backwards when it hits you in the chest and it's your body and your vest stops it? Stops it from moving through your body. Well, that 3,105 foot-pounds of force is going to hit you right in the chest. 3,105 foot-pounds of force. Let's see, what kind of a car? Maybe a little small Ford Courier might weigh less than 3,100 pounds. Hitting you at about 150 miles an hour, folks. I don't care how many people are behind you. If you're hitting the chest with that blast, you're going to knock down at least 4 or 5 people behind you as you're flying backwards. People, Obiden might not be as dumb as he thinks he is, and I think he is. Because I am a firm believer in shotguns. Just not a double barrel. Double barrel used to be good, up close and personal, short barrel, shotguns. That's what they call it. Shotgun on the right side of the car. In America, probably shotgun on the left side of the car in Europe. Because you was riding in the front, that's where you were the person holding the shotgun. That's why they call it shotgun. Well, people, this is the first time in my life I'm going to have to agree with a damn Democrat. Just not 2 barrels. You only need one that will run semi-automatic and throw 55 rounds at you in about a minute and 20 seconds. 55 ounces of lead in about a minute and a half flying at you. What are you going to be doing? What are you going to be doing with that much lead? You can be hiding from it. And you definitely ain't going to want to be hit by it. People, I don't train to hurt people, but I do training to know how to defend myself. I don't fight offensively. I only fight defensively. Whatever you guys think that might mean, you guys don't know what I think that means. People, I've made it 60 years, and I've done things that most of you would never even thought about doing. And I'm still Watachi, and I'm still running free. And I've done it in other countries, to be honest with you. Countries I could drive to, that is. But Make no mistake, man, I'm protected by Jesus Christ. I'm also protected by Sega 12 gauge shotgun. I am a shotgun man. Not only Sega, I like Mossbergs. There's a lot of different kinds of shotgun. Matter of fact, I had a buddy of mine. He was in the Marines for over 17 years. And he was, matter of fact, he was a staff sergeant that trained cold weather fighting. That's what he did. I don't know for how long he did that, but I know it was probably the last several years that he was in the Marines. But he trained people in cold weather fighting. And I've seen this guy standing that looked like he was on an iceberg with basically his shoes and a pair of pants on. And he was standing out there with no shirt on and shit. So he was badass, you know. And he's known me since we were in high school. And when we got back together years later after I left Greenwood and come back, he saw my guns for one thing, and we went out and did a lot of shooting and shit. And this is where he told me, he goes, man, you were one of them guys that we used, that we called them, what do you call them? Operators. He goes, you would have been an operator, man. I go, what in the hell does that even mean? And he goes, man, these guys, and this was a Marine telling me this. So if it's true, it is true. If it's not, I don't know. Because I've heard this from the Marines. But he said an operator is the guy that he goes in the door first. They kick the door open. He goes in the door first with the shotguns and tries to clean everybody out before anybody else comes through. He's the blast, he's the one with the shotgun. He goes, man, you are that guy. Because he knows how much I believe in shotguns. Yeah, I seen my cousin. One of my cousins, listen, there are two cousins. One of them, he'd been tracking this big old buck out. This is down Tennessee. He'd been tracking this big old buck, trying to figure out where he could catch him sometime, take him down. Big buck, big rack. Been wandering them Tennessee mountains for a long time. And he finally talked about his sister's husband into going hunting. They were going to go out hunting for this deer. Now, my cousin, the one been tracking him and following and trying to figure out where this deer is, and he's seen him a couple times. He come out with his rifle and stuff. He's going to take this big buck down, And he didn't want to go out there by himself, so he talked his sister's husband into going out there. But his sister's husband didn't have nothing but a 12 gauge shotgun and he called them pumpkin balls, is what he called them. They were 1 ounce slugs, people. But he called them pumpkin balls. And them two went out, man. Cold as hell, snow, everything tracking through the mountains, walking and shit. And they decided they're going to split up. One went one way, one went the other way around this mountain. One went up and over the top or something. I don't know. But they told me the story, and it was a long time ago. But my cousin's husband that went with my cousin, comes walking. All he had, like I said, he had some. He goes, man, I don't even have no rifle. So he took a shotgun, took a bunch of rifled deer slugs. Now this fucking buck, he didn't know it was the buck my other cousin been following, tracking, trying to figure out where to catch him. And he's standing there, and this buck's standing up on this damn mountain, up above him. And he don't have a rifle, folks. All he's got is this damn shotgun with these damn hollow pointed 1 ounce slugs. So he looks up on that mountain, man. My other cousin's coming around the backside of the same mountain, and he sees that deer. And he takes that shotgun and he's aiming up there and he's thinking, he's been a long time hunter, and he's like, man, I'm shooting up this mountain, up this mountain. He goes, so I'm going to hold it even higher and I'm going to count. He's just taking a wild stab at how high he needs to aim this gun above that deer in order to hit it up on top of this mountain. Now he fires that shot. And he dropped that deer, one boom, right where he was standing. This old hillbilly, he's jumping up and down. He can't believe it. He's shot that shotgun. He don't even know how far it went. And he shot it up the mountain and dropped that deer. Now, my other cousin was on the backside. He heard the blast, so he comes trotting his ass around there trying to find out what the hell's going on. He was on the other side of the mountain. They could have been shooting towards him, So they meet up. And they find this deer. And it's a deer my other cousin been tracking now. Seen him many times, And so they end up, it's this deer's up on top of this. They drag it down. They got to drag it up another mountain. They don't have no quads or nothing with them, folks. They're having to pull it with a rope that they brought with them in case they wrap it around the antlers, and two of them drag this thing back to the vehicles, But that just goes to prove to you, Phil, if a shotgun is a good weapon, I'll give Obiden that. But if you ain't never shot one, and you don't know how to handle, you better get you an AR-15, because he did lie about that. An AR-15, it's easy to use. A baby can use a damn AR-15. It's basically a 22 caliber bullet strapped with a bunch of more gunpowder behind it, So it don't have a kick of a shotgun, but people, that's my story of the first thing I found that I agree with Obiden on. You don't need no AR-15 to protect your house. Get you a Sega 12-gauge shotgun. Don't matter how many people coming through the door. They ain't coming very far. You guys have a good night out there. Only way out of this is through Jesus Christ. Make no mistake. And make no mistake, God loves you, and so do I. Have a good day, folks. Or good night. Just be good, people.